Hello, and you have come to the sports news between Cardiff City and Arsenal. Here's Stuart James' match report, so thanks for joining us here. Alexander Lacazette speaks. For me, it was important to start well. I wanted to prove I could be in the first 11. We did a good match and I am happy. I knew that if I shoot hard, I will score. On him and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, if we know each other well off the pitch, it is easier on the pitch. Aaron Ramsey speaks. Of course, it's massive. We wanted to take full advantage. We have bounced back well and we have 6 points. It's always emotional. I love coming back here. This is where I was brought up. We know it's going to be a process and hopefully every game we get stronger and stronger. Chris Lambert tweets in and makes a salient point. Emery continuing to play sec, he kind of has to until he decides to move him permanently to number 2, doesn't he? Can't drop a keeper of that age and our status just for a game or two. A striker maybe, but a keeper is either in or out. Since you're here, we have a small favor to ask. More people are reading The Guardian than ever, but advertising revenues across the media are falling fast. And unlike many news organizations, we haven't put up a paywall. We want to keep our journalism as open as we can. So you can see why we need to ask for your help. If everyone who reads our reporting, who likes it, helps fund it, our future would be much more secure. For as little as $1, you can support The Guardian, and it only takes a minute. Make a contribution. Guardian HQ. Full-time score, Cardiff 2-3 Arsenal. Play closes, fittingly, with Lacazette on the attack. The whistle goes and Arsenal have their first away win of the season. Cardiff scored their first goals and fought devilishly, but the class of Lacazette was the difference between the teams. 90 minutes plus 4, Granit Xhaka concedes a free kick, but this time Rawls' delivery is faulty. Morrison, the usual target, cannot reach the ball. 90 minutes plus 2, Harry Arter collects his requisite booking, his third in 3 matches, with a hacking foul on Torreira. 90 minutes plus 1, close for Cardiff. Was that the chance? Morrison's header finds Maiden, and Sek scampers out on Safari, and is way out of position when Maiden's cross is launched in. Zohar heads over, he couldn't keep it down. 89 minutes, Manga wins a free kick after a foul from Monreal. There will be 4 minutes of added time. 88 minutes, final change for both teams. Aubameyang comes off and Mkhitaryan comes on. Mkhi comes on to add defensive ballast, no doubt. Meanwhile, Gary Maiden replaces Camarasa for Cardiff. 86 minutes, taking into consideration Arsenal's defending, Cardiff will probably get one more chance. How soon can they find it? Arsenal are content to try and see this out by passing their opponent to death. 85 minutes. Dogged play by Rawls and Hoylett means Cardiff eventually get the ball into the area when Bennett swings one in. Sek collects and Arsenal play a little bit of keep ball. 84 minutes, both teams make changes. Danny Welbeck comes on for Ozil, who leaves the field very slowly indeed. And Danny Ward comes off for Kenneth Zohar. 82 minutes, Lacazette has been excellent today, in linking play and hunting down chances for himself. He has worked very hard, which is in contrast for some of his teammates. Goal. Cardiff 2-3 Arsenal, Lacazette, 81. What a goal! A short pass from Torreira and Lacazette spins and drills a shot into the roof of the net. 80 minutes, Sam Glover addresses the Xhaka question. I don't have any special football knowledge, but I do find it interesting that I can't remember seeing a positive comment about Xhaka from either the professional media or the commenting public, yet 2 different managers have picked him in almost every game they've managed. 78 minutes, an opening for Cardiff. Bobby Reed finds space as Ward and Arter set him away. The shot, though, is a little tired, not enough to test Sek. 76 minutes, nasty foul from Urasa on Socrates. He gets a yellow when it was more an orange. The studs were not quite up. On the subject of which, Umar Faluta emails in, for all the moaning of Arsenal players exaggerating Cardiff's violent plays in the first half, Cardiff have done exactly the same to get half the Arsenal team for some awfully soft yellows. The foul that led to the second goal was not a foul at all. Forget gentle contact, there was no contact whatsoever. Any comments on that? The yellows all looked decent enough decisions to me. The referee has had a good game. 75 minutes, another Arsenal corner is cleared, though hurriedly by Cardiff, who themselves don't look too easy under the set piece. 73 minutes, Arsenal have resumed their dominance of possession, and Lacazette goes close from a corner. Mustafi charges in, and hurts Etheridge in the process, which means a delay in play. That allows a chance to watch the statuesque defending from Arsenal. 72 minutes, anyway, the secret is out, Arsenal are weak at set pieces. Oh, you knew that already? Well, it's yet to change under the new boss. 71 minutes, that goal celebrated in finest dad dancing style by Neil Warnock. Arsenal make a sub, bringing off Guendouzi and putting on Torreira. Was that a decision made with the goal in mind? OL. Cardiff 2-2 Arsenal, Ward, 70. Arter wins a free kick. Joe Rawls dinks out to Sean Morrison, who nods it back across goal, and Danny Ward's header is superb. 67 minutes, a snapshot from Harry Arter wins a corner. Another one comes after Xhaka heads behind. A handball shout as Urasa's pass is deflected away. 66 minutes, Ozil concedes a cheap free kick for a lazy foul on Bennett. The ball is boomed in and Socrates is very lucky not to be penalized for being all over Danny Ward. 64 minutes, Arsenal's pressure told there, and it was a sublime piece of skill and finishing that took them into the lead. In attacking terms, they are streets ahead of Cardiff. Can the rest of the team hold firm? Granit Xhaka reminds of his continuing presence by becoming the fourth Arsenal player to be booked. Goal. Cardiff 1-2 Arsenal, Aubameyang, 62. Great link-up play by the outstanding Lacazette, whose flick is into his partner's path, and the finish, with Ozil making a run into what looked a good position, is superb. It arrowed in. 61 minutes, Graham from Reigate emails in, 4 games in now and Emery insists on playing Xhaka despite his suicidal passing and lack of tracking back, and Sek despite him not fitting Arsenal's new style of play. Meanwhile, the 2 new signings in which he was involved, and which Wenger would never have sanctioned, Torreira and Leno, sit on the bench. When the opposition fans sing "Are you Wenger in disguise?" I think they may be into something and the real Emery is hostage somewhere. 60 minutes, Charles Antaka emails in, yes, Xhaka's pass was woeful. But there is a contributing factor, which has been true all match so far. He and Guendouzi too often find themselves disconnected from those in front and those behind them. Quite a feat on a normal-sized football pitch. 59 minutes, Hoylett tries a long shot that comes to naught. Cardiff able to concert a little more pressure. 57 minutes, Ward makes a fine run down the right flank, cutting in and shooting. It goes wide. The referee turns back to book Guendouzi for a foul on Urasa. A third Arsenal booking and Socrates is lucky not to be added after he pulls a shirt. 56 minutes, Arsenal are now dominating possession as Cardiff sit back. The home team having to resort to last-ditch stuff. Another corner is taken by Xhaka and is cleared by Hoylett, but Bobby Reid is outnumbered. 54 minutes. Oddly, Arsenal look more dangerous at set pieces, though are now beginning to find spaces to attack. 52 minutes. Ozil, at last, gets involved. Lovely pass to Monreal, who has been prominent, and Cardiff can only clear desperately. Xhaka takes the corner. And Mustafi got it again, but this time Neil Etheridge makes a save after it bounces up. 50 minutes. Bellerin is booked for what was a completely blatant handball. Essentially he stopped it rolling on as he fell to the ground. Both Arsenal fullback have now been booked. 48 minutes. Monreal gets down a left, and as Lacazette lurks with intent, Morrison clears. From the resultant corner, Lacazette almost gets a chance to score, but the bounce of the ball just evades his wingspan. 47 minutes. Cardiff have again begun the brighter, as if their manager has put a flea in their ear, which was almost certainly the case. 46 minutes. The beginning of this half is a carbon copy of the first. Sek dithers over a back pass and that forces a chance. Hoylett slashes wide. Second half starts with no substitutions from either team, which goes against recent practice from Unai Emery. That Xhaka pass across the pitch to set up the Cardiff goal really has to be seen to be believed. Isn't he supposed to be so good at passing that his failings as a tackler are compensated for? Looking at the new Arsenal kit makes it look like every player is wearing the captain's armband when, in reality, no one is, says Kevin in Kingston. Actually, who is captaining Arsenal today? Half-time. That's a fair scoreline. Arsenal pay the price for slacking off, and some loose play for the usual suspects. If Cardiff had a little more quality, then Arsenal might actually be in big trouble. Both sides giving up chances, and that makes for a decent contest. Goal. Cardiff 1-1 Arsenal, Urasa, 45+2. The wait is over for a Cardiff goal. Xhaka plays an utterly hopeless crossfield ball. Cardiff collect it, Joe Bennett crosses in, and Urasa shows coolness and precision in cutting into lash home. 45 minutes, another chance for Arter. Morrison's strength gets the ball flicked down and Arter's shot is wild. Like that earlier chance, he got a little too excited. 43 minutes, Harry Arter has recovered, he hares around, chasing Arsenal players as they attempt to build from the back. Meanwhile, Neil Warnock shares a joke with the fourth official. He can be nice like that. 42 minutes, but Cardiff step it up. Hoylett whips in a ball from the left-hand side, and Danny Ward cannot get to it. He looked to have been blocked. 41 minutes, Cardiff's energy of the opening moments has calmed a little, much to Sek's relief. The home crowd also a little quiet. 40 minutes, Harry Arter, the reluctant Irishman according to reports, has taken a bang to his knee after a clash with Aaron Ramsey. A bit of ice and spray and he seems okay for now. 38 minutes, Xhaka fell over, to jeers, but recovered well and plays his part in an extended passage of possession. Ozil gets into the box, but there are too many bodies for even him to find a pass. 37 minutes, Cardiff carve out a decent move in which Rawls is prominent, but his long dig is claimed by Sek, who looks far happier now he is not being asked to play like Matthias Sammer. 35 minutes, both teams here have definite problems in defense. Cardiff's problem is quality, while Arsenal suffer from a lack of protection and a litany of mistakes. 34 minutes, Arsenal on the break again, but Lacazette cannot link up with Ozil thanks to supreme covering work from Bennett. 32 minutes, Lacazette hits the post. Another free kick for Arsenal after Ramsey is fouled. As Arsenal claim the second ball, the Frenchman bursts to the right of the area, and Bellerin's dummy run to his flank buys him time. A decent, low shot had Etheridge beaten. 30 minutes, Socrates squeals in pain. He took a whack from Harry Arter. But not that much of a whack. Arsenal again looking to accentuate the rough stuff. 28 minutes, two good chances for Cardiff. Ozil lets Joe Bennett go, and the cross into the middle is just beyond read. Then Hoylett aims in a shot. Cardiff lack a clinical touch, it has to be said. 27 minutes, Xhaka has his chance to take a trademark long shot. It goes wide. Unsurprisingly. Thank you, and if you have seen it, do not forget to like, share the video and do not forget to subscribe to the channel to receive the latest notifications from Hot New 24.